Dina Grotez, Pure Metalocity, and I'm here to see Hi.
Wow, nice pair, man. Married woman. What the hell's that?
The camera, who are you?
Huh? I'm Lisa Gerard from Dead Can Dance. How you doing? That's one of my personalities. I'm Don Decker from Anal Blast.
Oh, really?
/ Midwest leader of the NYDM. The New York Dyke Militia.
Alright, well, you're from Anal Blast.
Sure, shoot.
Alright. I've got questions for you. So, you're on tour.
How did you know?
Hey now.
I know everything.
Yeah?
Yeah, most things.
I must consult the pentagram. The pentagram says... Alright, you're telling the truth. You know everything. That's great.
Alright. So how's the tour coming along? How are you enjoying it so far?
Well, yeah, actually we are enjoying the hell out of it today. We're up in Seattle. We're at the Fun House. I've never been here before, but this is my third time in Seattle. Probably my last time in the city. It's a fucking beautiful city. The Dalai Lama's in town. I was thinking about putting him on the guest list, but, you know, something tells me that the bro's just not going to show. I have no idea why, but I just don't think coming down and doing a couple of lines and, you know, discussing menstrual blood in detail with me is on his, you know, religious icon, rock star agenda, so... But yeah, the tour's going great. We been out for a month. We had one drummer from our home area, the Midwest, and he had to leave the tour due to self-governed personal issues, to which I could go on for many hours about how big of a dipshit fucking this guy smokes his own teeth. But anyway, he quit the tour and left us hanging high and dry, and Pete from Slaughterbox put us up at his house. Smoked hella weed with everybody to the point where they were fucking high-eyed beyond belief, and just fucking learned the material. This other drummer was like working on this material, and he's been in the band for 10 years, and this other drummer was such a freak that it took him months to get ready to go out and do the tour, and he still screwed shit up every night. We run into this guy Pete from Slaughterbox, who was helping us out with some of the shows up in this northwest part. The guy picked up the set in 4 days. He's worried about his performance tonight, which is going to be his first night with us. I don't understand why. He's already probably the best drummer we've ever had, so out of like 8 drummers, that's pretty good. But yeah, the tour is going great. We're looking forward to it. There are going to be a lot of chicks at the show that look as pretty as you. So I see the camera guy seems to be having that special little smile as he's looking in the camera at you. I notice he's not focusing on me and my ego. He's focusing on you. Oh man, there's something going on here. Folks, ask yourself, does this guy have the right to be called the wearer of the red wings or not?
God.
That's all right. You know what? I'm already spiritually slapping it around the backside of your throat anyway, and I know for the next 6 months of your life that there's no way that you were going to have an orgasm without thinking of me. I have now superimposed this into your thoughts, so bro, if it's you that gets the honor of doing this pretty lady, every time she fires a shot, you're going to know, too, that she's thinking about me. I hope it works out for the better. It'll be like a third participant without me actually being there, but I'd be happy to help.
Okay. So, why is this your final U.S. tour?
Well, I'm going to keep that one kind of brief by keeping in the fine traditions of the American way of life and the metal way of life. Imbibed like a motherfucker in way too much alcohol, drugs, alcohol, bloody pussy, alcohol, fucking rotten, bloody pussy, feminine hygiene disposal products from strange women who I've never known that I just went into the women's bathroom and ate them, starting at the age of like 7. Actually, that was my mother's, but we won't go on about that too much. That's kind of embarrassing. Long and short, I'm fucked up physically and healthy, and I'm going to have to go in and have a transplant. By the time I'm done with that, I'm not really seeing that I'm going to be able to wander around the country and lecture people on the positive aspects of menstruation. First off, menstruation is a great thing because it's a human that wasn't born. That might be a good thing because the world is getting a little overpopulated. So we're looking at like environmental issues. We're looking at, we're looking at climate. Everything comes back to the sacred children red sauce.
Alright. So what inspired the name Anal Blast?
Truthfully, I live in Minneapolis, Minnesota, which is 250 miles north of Des Moines, Iowa. And back in the mid-90s, I was promoting a Typo Negative show, a rather boring, depressing Roadrunner Records. Whoa! I used to be in Carnivore, but now I suck. Oops, did I say that? I was doing a show down there, and some of the local bands, a local band called Modafidius, and another local band that was like a Cannibal Corpse-y type of thing called Body Pit, were on the bill helping me out with the show, and I left town and my car broke down. I got stuck there. So we, of course, drank and did drugs and raided the women's garbage cans for menstrual products that were used, and came up with the idea of doing anal cunt rip-off band, but to get into your major chain distribution stores, we wanted to be filed in AB before AC, so we became Anal Blast, referring to a combination of things, the speed at which we hit the snare, and it was just started off to be total blast, just dumb, sore throat, carcass, napalm death, anal cunt, mindless for the most part. Well, I don't know, napalm death is politically legitimate. And carcass, they had reproduced, and the band is called Impale, or Carcass 3. You gotta see it. They're friends with pathologist findings. Anyway, so I was stuck down there in like 95, and we started up Anal Blast. And I, as a major supporter of metal and always pushing metal no matter what, with my drug dealing profits, always throwing money into shows and putting them on cheap for kids, and doing stuff all over the Midwest, and starting labels and doing record stores and pushing like black metal, death metal, old school hardcore all over the place. I finally had a band of my own, and I went off sideways. It's just too bad I have a criminal record, or I would have been to Mexico by now. Yes. Nice pair.
Thank you. Alright. For someone who has never heard your music before, how would you describe it?
Retarded. Absolutely pointless. No purpose whatsoever. It's reconstructed napalm death songs that are played backwards with me standing on stage in true obese metal fashion bitching about menstrual blood. However, doing the feminine hygiene digestion product of women under the age of 14 is not allowed in my home state. I don't know about your home state, but mine, 14 is the cutoff date. It's like referred to as a pseudo-sexual act. It's not an actual sexual act to digest menstrual fluids, unless you put your mouth on the hole. But if you eat the pad out of the garbage can, or the toilet, it doesn't really matter. The toilet, it's moist. Puffs up.